Welcome to our channel, Eyes on the Road. On this video, I'll be driving from Thika town towards Makuyu town in Murang'a. Then I'll take a detour to one of the most scenic roads on these parts of Kenya. Think of it as a hidden gem, a road that you can always take on when you want to unwind. Please come along with me, and I hope you will enjoy the videos. At this point, this is where you cross from Kiambu County. This is the crossing of River Chania and River Thika. This section has two rivers. This is the section that is called Bluepost. It's a very famous place here. You have the Bluepost Hotel. It's also a very scenic place if you ever want to take a detour and see how Bluepost looks like. To my left, this is an emerging center here. This point is called Delview. Here you have a road that branches to Murang'a. Not to Murang'a, yeah, part of Murang'a. That was the old road there. You can also use it to go all the way to Keno. This section of the road from Delview to Keno is a very scenic road, and this road is quite old. I hear it was constructed back in the year 1990. That's when this road was deward. And as I had told you earlier, that junction that exits from that road used to be the old road. As you can see, this road passes near this vast plantation of pineapples that is called Del Monte. It's quite scenic here. You have trees growing here right in the middle of the road. You have the scenic is just amazing. This spot here is very famous. It's called Makenji. Makenji is a town, sort of, it's an emergent town, or a town that has never taken off. And as you can see to my left, you have the affordable housing constructions going on. And then, as you have noted, that place section of the road has been marked for zebra crossing. You can see how cars are just, not even minding that there is a zebra crossing there and just doing I don't know, ridiculous speeds. And then here, this is Kabati town. There is a petrol station there, and then there is that exit towards Kabati. Kabati is not along the highway. You have to go in there, take that exit and go to Kabati. Yeah, it's Kabati. From Kabati, the next town is Keno, as we shall see. And here in between Keno and Kabati, there is an emerging development, or kind of gated community that is emerging on the right hand side. There is an estate there that's called Gethingiri, and it's quite sort of, you can see it's an emerging gated community that's coming up there, and I don't know what it will be. Looks amazing. And here comes the town of Keno. Keno is an interesting town in that it is, I think it's an emerging town that began because of its very strategic position. You have one road that branches off from here and goes to Murang'a town via a place called Sabasaba Kaharate. And then here, it's also where the newly constructed road, the Keno Marua Road, begins from here. As you can see, this was where the old section of the dwelling had reached. But then this project has been ongoing for the last few years. You have this new road beginning from Keno, going all the way to Nyeri County at a place called Marua. And you can see it's quite a busy town here. You have a lot of traffic, and here you have to slow down a little because you have a lot of people, and this road is still under construction. Construction is not yet complete, so you have some rubber bumps, you have some people crossing in places that are not marked for crossing, so you got to be careful here. And at this point, the smooth, newly dual highway begins, and it's quite sort of beautiful driving on this newly constructed road. It's not yet complete, but you will see how it's nice. It's nice driving on this road, and I wish our money was being used well to make roads good in Kenya. Like this road, if it's complete, I mean, it's a game changer. You can even see how sort of you can be in a position to cruise nicely, because the road is dual, it's wide, and it's just amazing. Whisking, I mean, sort of driving on this road is good. You can also see levelers joint here. You have the very famous club called Santa Mo. This is places where meat lovers come and enjoy their weekends. I mean, it's just a place you can park, chill, and have your nyama choma. So at this section from here, from Keno all the way to Makuyu, it's not eventful, but the road is quite smooth. It goes nice, and maybe I can just mention that from here you have a very vast plantation that's called Kakuzi PLC. Kakuzi is quite, as you will see, it's a huge plantation. They do commercial tree farming. You have eucalyptus, they do fruit farming. Yeah, and it's quite vast, as you shall see. behold, here comes Makuyu town. Makuyu town is not really a very big town, though it has different sections. Like there is a road that you take from here to go to the administrative part of Makuyu town, because Makuyu administrative center is not here on the road. But Makuyu is interesting because this is where we will begin our detour to this amazing road that I want to show you, and I hope you will enjoy the scenic views. It's kind of a hidden gem because I think it's not a very old road, but the scenes it has, oh my god, you're gonna enjoy it. I hope so. So when you go past Makuyu here, you have to be keen, because we have to take a U-turn on this highway so that we can be we are heading back to Makuyu, because that detour is on the left-hand side. So here you have to sort of slow down, and this highway, the way it's designed is that you have to be on the right-hand side so that you can slide on to the U-turning lane. It's not very far. I think it's 500 meters or half a kilometer from Makuyu. And here you see me slide to that U-turning lane. I join it here, and then I do a U-turn towards Makuyu. My god, this place is scenic. I just love the way trees make a place look. It's even therapeutic. So this road is on your left. You have to take there is a junction that goes towards this place. I think it's called Mitubiri or something, but this road takes you from this Kenomaroa road, and it takes you all the way to Garissa Road. There is another road that branches off from Thika that is called Garissa Road. So this is kind of a link road that you can take and head towards Garissa Road if you are cruising on these parts. So it is at this point that you're going to take a left exit. You exit the highway here and join this very scenic road. And as you can see, it cuts through this Kakuzi land, and we have amazing trees growing by the roadside. Look at these amazing views. This is a drive to, like, anticipate and look forward to. It's therapeutic, let me tell you. Look at those trees. Look at how the road meanders. Oh my. This was beautiful, let me tell you. And the timing of the sun. Oh my, this is the golden hour. And I really enjoyed these. honestly do not even know the names of towns around here. Sort of, it's a strange road to me. It's a new place, like I've never used it before. I just discovered it, and yeah, I really like this place. At this point, the sun is directly sort of ahead of me, but let me tell you, the views are just amazing. I don't know whether my camera could just give justice to the views here. And then at a place just a few meters or kilometers ahead, the mountains, or sort of the Kamba Hills. I don't know which specific hills these are, but they become so, the terrain becomes reviewed in a way that's just amazing. It's kind of, you are in an elevated place, then now you can see those hills over there, and here you're going downwards towards, oh, it's just amazing. Christ, look at this section of this road. Oh my, the views are just amazing. At this point I just wanted to park by the roadside and just come out of the car and see how sort of absorb these views of the scenery. My goodness, they were just amazing. Here at this point there was a petrol station to my right, and this is a marker called the scenery here past. I mean, there is a very big drop here. There is a very remarkable hill that you can see up there, and geez, oh my, these views are just amazing. I mean, I couldn't believe. At this point, I thought I had reached a place I hear of called Ithanga. I'm not sure. It could be, it could not be. Ithanga is I think he's in Gatanga constituency. What is amazing is that these sections, these amazing scenery, these places are still in Murang'a. And Ithanga is in Gatanga constituency. It's the southernmost part of Murang'a. And geez, these views are amazing. And Ithanga is actually famous for sand harvesting. I hear here, if you own a piece of land here, you don't even have to buy sand. You can mine it from your own land. Yeah, it's quite interesting here. At this point, dusk was approaching, and I was a little bit worried because I didn't want darkness to catch up with me before I was out of this place, because yeah, it's not very familiar, but you know, sometimes you want to be on a road that you're familiar with when it's a night. But then I pushed on because I was only coming back, or I was to use the Thika-Garissa Road to go back to Thika. And so I pushed on. It was becoming dark, as you can see from my time on the camera. It was around 6 something here, but the views were just amazing. At this point, I was getting dark, but as I had promised you, we will end this video when we reach the Thika-Garissa Road. It's not just a few kilometers ahead, as I can see from my Google Maps. So I'll have to press on until we emerge on the other side of Thika-Garissa Road. So stay tuned and we are At this point, I could see Kilimambogo in the distance, and Google told me to take a left turn. I could guess I was not very far away from the Garissa Road, so I just pressed on. Jeez, look at how amazing the views were. Here you can see the moon was actually coming up. You can see it sort of at the middle of my screen. And then there was a town here, I don't know, like a small shopping center that was emerging here. And to my surprise, it was written, I could see some things Kakuzi. So I don't know whether Kakuzi extends this far, all the way from Murang'a, that is the Makuyu road, and then it comes all the way. I've driven for like almost an hour, and if Kakuzi extends this far, geez, this land is big, and it was really amazing to be here. And at this point, I took a right turn here, and now this was the road that was to take me back to the Garissa-Thika highway. Yeah, as you can see, dusk is approaching, that's the sun there dipping. Yeah, and that was it. Such an amazing road trip here. Yeah. just as I told you, as you can see ahead of me, directly ahead of me, I can see Kilimambogo. Kilimambogo is on the other side of Thika, so you can know that for sure. I'm heading towards the Thika-Garissa Road. And at this point I could see traffic from I could see lights from traffic on the highway, and so I knew the road, the junction to the Thika-Garissa Road was quite near. I hope you have enjoyed this drive with me, and if you have, please give me a like and also subscribe to our channel to see more and more of these. I hope you've enjoyed. So that's one epic tour that you can take, and I promise you the views are therapeutic. Otherwise, I hope to see you another time. Adios.